Hi, good morning. This is Wags Chicago. Today's July 4th. The year is 2021. Yeah. All right. I was going to start this in order how I was just accidentally researching. Not accidentally, but how this little rabbit hole came up. Let's just start with this 11, the date here. Look at this date for people who do patterns, thinking mirrors, or whatever. Anyways, smartphone based device. This is back in 2019, November 6th, or that's how they do it, right? We're the only ones who do everything backwards. Anyways, it's either November 6th or June 11th, whatever. It doesn't matter. The numbers are what matter. Non invasive heart rate measurement of chicken embryos. Really? How about human heart rates? That's where this is going. Heart rate, HR, is an important parameter in the study of developmental physiology of chicken embryos and a crucial indicator of dead or live embryo grading in artificial incubation process. A non-invasive, this is going somewhere, a non-invasive HR measurement technique is required for long-term and routine HR assessment with minimal influence on embryo development. Accordingly, in the study, a non-invasive HR measurement technique of chicken embryos using a smartphone is demonstrated. The detection method of the proposed device is based on the, this is going to be called luciferase, okay? Photoplasmography. I'm not a scientist, so excuse me. Principle in which a smartphone camera is used for video recording. The reason I'm stopping at video camera, I just did a video yesterday telling you again, I have a video on my channel where at Christmas time I'm taking a video in my own house and somebody in the room is also taking a video and I can see these purplish like flashes coming from the camera. Nobody pays attention except I see whatever. So, and then more recently, people are catching this now when they do their FaceTime crap, and you're looking at your updates on your phone. You're always looking at your phone, right? Check out with an infrared camera what's happening while you're staring at your screen. It's taking your picture like every 5 seconds. But whatever. Why? Especially when you talk about the fluids. Let's say the Kool-Aid. Oh man, because that has to do with luciferase, let's say. Google luciferase. That's the same light that comes out of lightning bugs. They have a chemical reaction. That's a real name. I'm not making fun of like above, below, left, right. Luciferase is a real chemical name. It means light, the great light, or something like that. It's in the a lot of stickies they have for like cancer, let's say. Algo, take it easy. The cancer type stickies, let's say, or not. People are getting very weird lately that have had Kool-Aid. All right. The detection method of the proposed device is based on the whatever principle in which a smartphone camera is used for video recording and the chicken embryonic HR is obtained from the recorded video images. You're able to record inside the freaking egg with your camera on your cell phone. You see where this is going? I hope you do. We used a smartphone to measure the embryonic HR of 60 native chicken eggs and found that it can measure the chicken's embryonic HR from day 4 to day 20. The proposed smartphone HR device will be beneficial for scientific research or it says with internet connectivity, users can utilize their smartphones to measure HR. It also means they can watch your biometrics, your heart rate, your pulse, your oxygen levels, your, let's say you took the fluid change, the oil change, you know what I mean? Picture the oil change, the Kool-Aid change, fluids, you know, then they can measure whatever that is. Just saying, with light, infrared is light. Light is frequency. Frequency is real. Nobody believes this. What's wrong with people? It's very real. Terahertz frequency band now, they're using it's not even approved for use. It's a $1.2 trillion business by 2026. I think it was 1.2. 1.3, give or take a couple hundred billion, whatever. And it's not even approved yet. And they're using it everywhere. It's the fastest growing industry outside of this AI garbage. All right, so then, let me not spurg here. Where was I? Stand by. This is how this started, by the way. All right, I'm going to switch screen. I think I put it on whole screen. If not, I'm retarded enough to redo this thing. I don't know if I should change it. I'm going to bring it over here. Stand by. You won't even know. Hang on. Just stand by, but you don't know when you're standing by. Hang on. All right, so I'm loading up this screen. This is how this started this morning for me, my little spurg. Hang on. Why isn't it on the main channel? Hang on. Stand by. So this is how this started. I got a thing in my Facebook feed when I was doing my news this morning. This is how that research just came up. This is where it all started. Go back to Facebook, then you get that ad and you're checking your responses to shit. And so I see this. Power your health by this company called Get Well You. Get is their site. GETWELLUE. Get Well You, I guess. I don't know. They're always playing with their dark arts. So power your health, track your vital metrics. But I'm looking, I'm like, I don't know if this has the radar chip. The Soli. Soli is what they normally do this with. The one that's in the that watch you wear that does your EKG, by the way, that's using Soli radar to measure your body's internal operations through radar. This one's using light, luciferase. There we go. I didn't know that though. So now we all learned something together right now, this morning on July 4th. How about that? You didn't think you were going to learn nothing this weekend. Power your health, track your vital metrics, etc. Garbage. So he's sticking. What else are you going to stick in there later? You know what I mean? Like your head up your own ass. All right. So then you go down. Look. Oh my! Continuous oxygen. You wear a little gate radar ring. I thought this is radar. So continuous oxygen monitor. Track blood oxygen levels and heart rate every second with an alarm. What's wrong with people that you need to track? Unless you're sick, we may know somebody who does need an oxygen monitor, but whatever. Even those people don't wear these all the time. Like, why would a moron, or I mean, why would people want to wear these things? Does that look cool? Are you virtue signaling again? I know my heart rate at all times. How about your vagus nerve in your brain, in your gut, in your body, in your immune system, and all that shit? They kind of have that under control. It's like automatic, you know. Now, if you go to a doctor because you had a problem and they want to measure it for a day or two, go do you. But to wear this shit all the time, what are you, nuts? But whatever. So then, there's the pad on the original ad. It shows this across somebody's chest, like a little tag on you. A tag. Jab tagged in the bag, you know what I mean? This is where this is going, by the way. They know how to use light to read things. Little tiny things. They're like 50 microns on average. And they can build and self-replicate. That has nothing to do with anything. I was just thinking out loud. Keep that in the back of your mind, or not. Well, here, see, it's always for you, medical. This is always for medical. Garbage. They don't give a crap if you live or not. Let's see. Professional medical devices for hospital. I'm sure it is. But later, See, this one's probably got blood pressure monitor. Really? Do you guys see anything weird happening? Like they want to know everything, not just your personal shit, not all your naughty pictures and your naughty videos and all your naughty accounts and all your shell names and all. They know all that. Palantir's got all that a long time ago. By the way, they're the company that's tracking the icky fluids, the Kool-Aid fluids, for 2-year contract. They're tied obviously to, Alphabet, not the ABC guys, but the real ABC, the one you know about that owns Google, owns YouTube, owns everything. But why do they want all this data? That's the other thing. Like, they're going to sell it or not, but they will because they're going to make money, of course. The point is, with the Soli radar, they can do it remotely. So you have to put it on your body yourself. With the radar, you just got to be in the vicinity 21 feet or less of each unit. It knows who everybody is already. Not only your facial recognition. Facial recognition is garbage now. You don't need it. Let me ask you something. When they told you to go to quad muzzles or double muzzles or whatever all you people were wearing, I didn't. But there was videos coming out then. We were all guessing, like where they were testing their facial software. They were already past that. You already know the alphabet starts with an F. They already can see through like masks a long time ago, like years and years ago. They could see that with old technology. So I always question that. Now that I know about the radar, this ain't the radar, but the radar chip in my Home Depot garden center clip, look that up. I'll put it at the end of this video. I'll put a link to it. They just put up new fencing to protect the plants or whatever. The garden, the winter supply coming. They keep salt out there or something. But it's got these really tall cameras way, way up, really high up. Well, higher than you can climb that fence. And they could send microwaves, which they do, with 6-gauge wire, 50 amp plus draw. For what? LED lights? Really? Oh, here's a good. This is how it started right here. Put that on yourself. And for what? What's this prick need? He looks young, healthy. What do you need to be monitoring your heart 24/7 for? Do you not see? It's like neurotic besides that, but that's just retarded. Unless you're one of the few people. It's a lot if it's you. I mean, I'm not disregarding anybody with a heart problem, but my point is some people may need this. So medically, yeah, that your doctor gives you a script and you wear it because otherwise you'll die. You know what I'm saying? What does every moron need to wear this for? Especially if you're under like 80, like in general, not if you got a problem. I'm not dissing anybody with a problem. We all got some problems. Do you see where this is going? This ain't about control. And then you see all those satellites going up, those Elon doohickeys. One flew over our house a few weeks ago. Actually, flew over all of North America, but you could see it from everybody's house. That's creepy. All the way from Canada, Illinois, you could see them all. We're all staring at the same exact thing in the sky. Really? That uses frequency too, by the way. And then the radar showing all these weird new radar patterns. Something's charging up. Unreal. Here, they even got a nebulizer. What do they need a nebulizer with this technology? I don't get it. Baby heart monitors. Oh, fetal. So it's ultrasonic. What is this thing using? Hang on. See, this might be using that radar. Yeah, that's what you want to zap a little infant with in your belly. I don't know. I'm just guessing. This is an at-home. Really? Really? Oh my. $50. Get your baby heart monitor while you can before the internet goes down. Oh man, This is creepy shit. So this one's using light. Google solely, which also Amazon uses, is using radar. They got you coming or going. Your cell phone's using the light. So by the way, they don't even need any of this garbage. You could just do it with your cell phone. I'm sure they already are. Or not. Why is it taking pictures of us every 5 seconds? That's weird. In infrared. You're not in the dark. Like in the dark, maybe turn on your infrared so you can see, right? There's something weird happening. And if you don't get the picture here, and then you talk about the old D coming in that movie, I'm going to keep going back to it because I really think there's a pattern there. With the sun yesterday, we had an X flare. Let's take a look at that real quick. This is over here on my Facebook news feed. Posted this 19 hours ago. Today is the 4th. It's 10:30 in the morning. So whatever. This is yesterday morning, roughly. Yeah, early afternoon. The sun had a Class X flare. We haven't had one in almost 4 years because it was in its 12-year down cycle. So it's waking up. The sun cycle, or the flare is right here. 2 days ago, it would have been right here where this little guy's at. So it's following the same path. It turns from left to right. So when you're looking at this camera, we got so lucky that this wasn't anywhere in this range at all. Then it would have came bam right at Earth straight ahead on. A Class X flare is the movie Awake. Just so you know, that would take everything down. Your power, your air conditioning, your cells, your phones, your radio devices, your cars, etc., etc., etc. That's if it really came from the sun, by the way. I'm not saying that it did or didn't, but they're telling you it did, and the energy did slam the earth. Stand by, I'll show you. So here, Forbes, even the main news is covering this. Usually only Spurgs like me and a few others cover this stuff. So the main news picked it up because it was a giant blast. We are very lucky it didn't hit us. It did hit us, the side blast of it. Within 7 minutes, it was hitting the earth and blanketed even the Midwest all the way to Europe. Whatever, it was causing radio outages, etc. Says the strongest flare seen in 4 years erupted from the surface of the sun early Saturday and smacked into our planet's atmosphere 8 minutes later. Sorry, I said 7. I'm a liar. The blast of it used to be 7. Whatever. The blast, maybe they're wrong. The blast of X-rays traveled toward Earth at the speed of light, colliding with the top of our atmosphere and causing a shortwave radio blackout over the Atlantic Ocean and coastal regions. The below blackout map shows where the radio operators may have noticed weirdness. Your body notices weirdness, by the way, because this is frequency. If you look here, the Midwest is right on the yellow-orange line right there, and the whole East Coast was in red, all the way to Africa, all the way to Europe, all the way to South America. Very strong, by the way. They pegged the meter here. See this? Usually you get these little doohickeys. This one, bam, and for a long time, by the way. Good 20 minutes. Yeah. So, and I don't know where this is going. The next thing I'm going to say, because of the Delta, stand by, you may want to start looking up tin foil or aluminum foil. Or if you can go with your hands, start building one of these. Tesla knew about it. Faraday knew about it. Einstein knew about it. Maybe you should too. Here's one for your bedroom. It only goes up to like 25 gigahertz, but they got them. You got to figure out the frequency range. Now they're using terahertz, but supposedly terahertz doesn't hurt you, but I don't know if I believe that or not. It's infrared light, near infrared light, which is why I'm sure the radar is so messed up lately. But my point here is, in an emergency, your microwave oven, throw your radios, throw anything you need to maybe hold on to if you know, but by the time you know, it's gonna be too late anyway. But you could make a box. You could take an old wooden chest and put tinfoil in it. It'll give you some protection. Put multiple layers. There's a graph I posted on my news channel. It shows you the actual chart of the thickness gauge of the aluminum foil for each frequency. So if you make it up to a certain thickness, you can block most frequencies. That's real. That's a fact. I even posted the alphabet agencies tell you it's a fact for governments to protect their own equipment with foil, by the way. That's no joke. But you need to ground things like this, like your body. And if that movie Awake has anything to do with anything, all of this is starting to look like a pattern or not. So look this up. You can make even out of garbage can, aluminum garbage can. You know those old metal garbage cans? As soon as you put the lid on tight, it creates the seal. Throw your stuff in there. And for people that have young children, get those what do you call it, batteries for your DVD players. You know those little single ones. You may want to get one for each kid because if the power goes out or the grids go down, etc., July 9th, they're going to start training for the internet virus going down worldwide. That's a clue or not. This is some good advice or not. Get your DVDs. Those you don't have to worry. I don't think the EMP would hit that, but your devices, the actual things, put them in that garbage can. It's the cheapest way you can do first things first. Get that shit in there because your kids are gonna get bored if this shit hits the fan. You see what I'm saying? And you may need to keep them quiet for other reasons. So get a little set of headphones, put it on, let them be quiet and watch their little movies while you do adulting things when this shit happens. Because the kids need to not know what's coming. Or not. But there's a little clue. Give them something to do while you're panicking. Don't let them panic. Y'all better be paying attention. Delta means frequency. It means your delta waves. That's one way. It's also a Greek alphabet letter. It's also this, and this. It also means delta with the rivers, etc. But frequency is acting up a lot lately with the old switcheroni going on. So back to the movie Awake, it was about the sun, possibly, or somebody did it, possibly, and then either one they're gonna blame it on whatever. It could be the sun. You, how do you know? I don't even know. These meters could all be garbage. So I think that's what your delta is gonna be. This is Wag Chicago. Have a great day.